Hey guys, it's Paige at Comfort Books, and I'm here to do my July wrap-up. I can't believe it's the end of July already. Like, this is just so crazy. My summer has gone by so fast, and I only have one more month, and then it's my senior year, and oh my god, this is so crazy. Like, I just want time to just slow down, because this is going way too fast. But anyways, so I read quite a lot of books this month. I read 9 altogether, including, actually I didn't read any ebooks. I didn't finish any ebooks. I finished like one short story ebook, but that's it. I didn't finish anything else, any other ebooks. But, alright, so I'm gonna get started. The first book I read was How to Make Friends and Monsters by Ron Bates. I received this from the publisher at the beginning of the month, and I basically started it as soon as I got it, because I started it during a readathon, which is why there's a little thingy in there. And so I flew through it because it's middle grade and the font's quite big, so it ended up being really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot, so I'm willing to pick up anything by Ron Bates in the future. So definitely check this out. Check out it's I'm trying to think of the publisher's name. Zonder Kids, and then I think there's another version of Zonder or something. But check out them, because I've read a few. I have quite a few Zonder Kids books on my list of books that I've read this month. So, and they were all really good, and I have a bunch more that I need to read before they come out. Hopefully, I'll make it. But they're really good. So this one was good. The next book I read was also the next 2 books I read this month were Zonder Kids. The first one was Dead Man's Hand by Eddie Jones. It says in the little press release that it's YA, so I guess it's YA because it's a chapter book and it's YA font, so I guess I'll go with it being YA. It's just really small of a book, and the main character was, I think, 14, so I guess, yeah, it's YA, but it ended up being, this is really good. I flew through this in almost 24 hours. I think I had to babysit in between, so I didn't quite make the 24-hour mark, but I did pretty good, I think. This series, I've only read the first 2 books, because the first 2 books are the only 2 that are out right now, but they're really, really good. Actually, the second book isn't out yet. I read an arc. This is an arc 2, but this is already out. It came out November of last year. So, but this is really good. It's about a boy named Nick who he goes on vacation with his family, and he sees a murder. I don't know if he sees it happen or if he sees, I can't remember. I think he just sees the body, and then all of a sudden the body disappears, and he's like, what the hell? That wasn't, because the place they're going to is like a fake, they have all these games and they fake kill people and the people disappear, but obviously it's just fake. But that one murder, he says, is completely not fake, and the guy is really dead, and this whole book is about him trying to figure out who the murderer is and stuff like that. It was really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. The next book I read is the second book in that series, and it's Skull Creek Stakeout by Eddie Jones. This is book 2, like I said, and this is just another one of Nick's journeys, or, adventures, and someone gets murdered, so he gets called to the scene to investigate, which I think is cool, because in the first book he wasn't really an investigator. He was like, everybody was just taking pity on him because he was on a boring vacation, so they're like, go ahead, investigate, whatever, just don't get my name involved. And so, but this one he was actually called to investigate and read a story for his little group that he has, but this was really good too. The next book, in between those 3 books, I read Frigid by Lynn, which is Jennifer L. Armentrout, but she has a different name for her more adult books. And Frigid, I wish I could show you the picture, but I don't have anything to show you the picture on. But Frigid was really, really good. I loved it. I loved it so much. And then the second book I read, because I read 2 arcs, because I was recently taking part in Around the World arc tours, but I stopped because I'm just not a fan of Around the World arc tours anymore, so I'm just not gonna do anything with them anymore. But my last 2 books was Frigid by Lynn, and then The Song Will Save Your Life by Leila Sales. That book was so good. I loved it. I loved it so much. Like, I keep saying that about all these books, but The Song Will Save Your Life was so inspirational and so good. Hey guys, sorry, my mom walked in, so I had to cut off and talk to her, so I'm back. I think I was in the middle of talking about The Song Will Save Your Life, which is really, really good, so you should check it out if you get the chance. And then I read one ebook. It was just a short story, because I've been doing this thing on my blog lately called Mini Review Sunday. So I've been just downloading free short stories and free mini books that are short, and I've been reviewing, like, less than 100 pages, and I've been reviewing them on my blog every Sunday. These last 2 Sundays, though, I've been sick, so I hadn't had anything up. I think, actually, just this last Sunday I haven't had anything up, and I'm hoping to have something up this Sunday, but I'm not sure if it will happen. Who knows? Maybe. Okay, so that's the books I don't show you, and then I have 3 more that I finished. So, if you guys know, the Booktubeathon was this month, and I did pretty good, I guess. I finished, like I said, I finished this, and then I started, during the Booktubeathon, Nevermore by James Patterson, and this was towards the challenge of finishing a series, because I love the Maximum Ride series, and I pre-ordered this when it came out, so I got it as soon as it came out, and I just put off reading it, because I was like, I don't want the series to end. The series is freaking amazing, and I don't want it to end, so I was like putting it off, and then the Booktubeathon and the challenge was finish the series. I was like, oh, I can do that. I have Nevermore, so and I've always gotten through these books really quick, because the chapters are really short, and the font is big, so it doesn't take me long to get through these books, and I ended up really, really enjoying it. So my review for that will be below. Check it out. The next book I read and finished was a big chunker. It was toward the challenge of reading a book 500 pages or more, and that was House Rules by Jodi Picoult. And it is about a boy named Jacob, who, the only thing that I don't understand about is the cover, because the cover has a little boy on it, but in the book, Jacob's not a little boy, he's 18 years old, so I'm not exactly sure why there's a little boy on the cover, but I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe it's some others, that's how she'll always think of him, because he's autistic and because he acts like a little bit sometimes, but I don't know. But it ended up being really good. All the books I read this month were like crime scene killer books, almost, and I really am enjoying it. With the exception of the first book I read, Nevermore, and the last book, all of this, like this one, is about a young autistic boy who he's obsessed with, right now he's obsessed with crime scenes and cops and all this, and somebody he knows personally gets murdered, or she doesn't get murdered, actually, well, I can't tell you that. Jeez, that was a spoiler, kind of, but just don't listen to me. Never happened. Just read this book. And then the last book that I finished today was a review book, and it was Ruby's Fire by Stine. This is book 2 in the Fire Seed 1, and that's the book. I read this one last year, and I read this one today, and I love this. This is more of a companion novel. This is a companion novel. It's not a sequel. But it's Ruby's journey. Ruby is a new character. We didn't see her in Fire Seed 1 at all, because she wasn't alive, because this takes place years and years after Fire Seed 1, so. But it was really, really good. So if you haven't read the series, I don't want to say much, because it's a sequel, or it's the second book of the series, even though it's a different story, but anyways, if you haven't checked out this series, definitely do, because she's an indie author. Stine is an indie author, so she's not as popular as, say, James Patterson, but she's pretty popular because I loved her books, so check them out. That is everything I read this month. I'm trying to finish one more book, but I only have 2 more days. I don't know if I'll finish it. Maybe I will. I'll check back in if I do, but if I don't, I didn't finish it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.